Kia hiwara, kia hiwara, kia hiwara ki te ratuku, kia hiwara ki te ratuku, kia tū, kia ho, kia matara. Whano, whano, haere mai te toki, haumie, uie, tāhiki e. Kia ora koutou, nau mai, haere mai, I te, Fitzpauro. It's good to be here. George, your substitute commentator for today, number 7th ranked in free advertising from this man. We're happy to be here for number 1 game here at Bruce Porman Park. Joined me today is Jared Powell from the Deep South, South African favourite open men's player and Otago general manager. Good to have you here, Jared. How are you feeling, my friend?
I'm good, George. Awesome to be here.
Oh, great, great. He's going to warm up soon. He's going to be on fire. We won't be able to stop him. And I'm very lucky to have the man himself. You'll know him if you're from the South Auckland area. Lance Watini, stalwart of the New Zealand system, board member, and also chairman of Counties of Past, a legend in this area. It's good to have you, Lance. How are you feeling, my friend?
And good morning, George. Great to be here. Great to be here with you, Jared. Looking forward to this first game. North Harbour versus Auckland, the under-16 boys.
Excellent. We have got a beaut of a day here with over 1,000 competitors throughout the tournament. That'll be going over 3 days of action, battling to do their best for the top rank. And we've got the teams that are playing on your screen right now. North Harbour versus Auckland. Talk us through it, Lance.
So North Harbour, we've got Murray McGregor, Louis Kishimoto, we've got Carter, Cron, Saunderson, Raurefe, Pulini, Kapi Ryan, Cochrane, Selwyn Cecil, Falloon, Dave, Toki Matodi, Serrano, Ramsey and Field. And for Auckland we've got Morrison, Scott, McConan, Te Whata, Hiki Aktoa, Norman Te Pou, Masila, Parkinson, Broadhurst, Martika Phillip, Natua Horton, Munro, Kumiroa and Murray.
How cool. Hear that famous 2-minute music in the background here. That brings chills down my spine for the very first game of this tournament. Day 1, we have North Harbour taking on Auckland. From the left of your screen, North Harbour have obviously won the paper, scissors, rock contest and have the ball in hand. They will be looking to do their best tap-off move to get this game ready to go. Jared, how are you feeling and what are you predicting in this game?
I was looking at the list and there's no one really who sticks out to me, so it's been quite interesting. Both strong provinces in the boys grade. Both did really well also at secondary schools in terms of the different schools. It'll be interesting to see who adapts to these new rules with the 7 metre. Really excited to watch this first half and see what these guys do off the tap-off.
Yeah, nice. They're looking very good, very tidy, very muscular young athletes out there. As we know, a lot of the athletes that come through the system are usually our up-and-coming leaders in athletics. All codes, whatever it be, you'll see them in the All Blacks, Silver Ferns, basketball, whatever it is, mate. You'll be seeing a lot of names here in the coming 10 years. What do you got to say about that, Lance?
Yeah, you mentioned the word athletics. You know, George, that I'm a firm believer that athletics is a good foundation for all sports. And as you mentioned, I've seen over the years a number of both girls and boys coming through the athletic system with those skills and transitioning them into the game of touch.
I've seen a few coaches heading down to the athletics track to poach a few there, start them out on the wing, get them a bit of touch knowledge. Next minute they're in our New Zealand teams. Here we go, the hooter has gone. Harbour working from left to right on your screen, taking the momentum forward, and it looked like a little fumble, but Auckland getting a little hand in there. Harbour getting a penalty. So fresh set of 6 up the field, 20 metres from the try line. We've got the new rules going today for this occasion, with the 7 metres is going to be the biggest difference. All these young ones probably playing it for the first time. Here working right to left in the corner, number 13 getting touched.
Yeah, the roll ball there by number 4 from Harbour. Crone really set that scoop up quite well. Auckland's doing well. I sort of impressed with them. They're coming up off the line quite fast and creating a bit of headache for the North Harbour attack.
Yeah, they're not going to die waiting. They're punching on defence, getting up there nice and fast. Look at that, 3 defenders in that 5 metre sideline area. They're not going to let any space for those little quickie plays to come in from the start of this game.
Yeah, they knew he was going to hold on to that ball for that first touch of the reset.
Yeah, the Kishimoto and the Crone players, they seem to be a bit of the playmakers at this time, and Kapi Ryan seems to be in there as well.
I think Auckland have seen them before. They played in the Tri-Series and it was a very good battle there. Top two teams at that Tri-Series. So they know each other well, and I'm sure they're putting a lot of pressure on Crone today.
So Auckland guys are going to be looking to sub off now after doing 3 sets.
Norman DePoe just took the ball to the sideline there. Good subbing technique is take the ball to the sideline and get those fresh legs on as fast as they can.
Very good. And you're very proficient, Lance, in the women's game. You've been doing that for a long time at the top of the table in schools and in age groups. What are you like in this men's category?
Yeah, I'm just so impressed with our young men, especially here in the 16s. You know, the athletic ability is absolutely fantastic. They can play this new ground game that they play where they go down low and slide into the score line. It's just fantastic, and that shows the different kinds of athletic ability that some of our young men have.
Yeah, a lot of those kids have been out catching tuna, the eels, so they know how slippery they are, and they put it into action on the touch field here. Very good transition, nice set of defence by North Harbour. Now they're hot on attack, punching up the field, and they're in a very good attacking position, just like that. Hands. Good cover there by Auckland.
Yeah, I like the number 11 for Harbour, Falloon. Just came off the bench, came off at pace, added a bit of oomph to their attack, and now the ball's transitioned over to Auckland.
They're purposely killing the ball on the side, keeping it away from their sub-box, so they've got to work nice and hard to get there, maybe waste a touch, only up there on touch 2, and see if they can get over the half for touch 3.
Yeah, you're right on the money there, Jared. It took like 40 metres sideways, about 10 metres forward, so North Harbour will be happy with that, but wouldn't be happy with that penalty. I think it was offside. They didn't quite work that 7 metres. They might be still working on the 5 metres at the moment.
It's a very high penalty count for just 10 minutes in the game, so I think both teams will want to clean that up, but puts on the gas. It's number 2 there.
That's number 2, Adam Morrison for Auckland. Really got the ball from the dummy half, gassed it through. From the first receiver, gassed it through into the gap. And I think this is what allows us a lot of running. Is that 7 metre? It's still 2 more extra metres that that the defence has to come. So that's a great move by Morrison.
Yeah, you're right on the money there. Opens up the gaps. We want an attacking game, and that's just what we saw. Adam Morrison with speed to burn. He's no stranger to this game. Been in it at elite level for 8 years now, and this is only under 16s.
Kapi Ryan once again setting up the play from the inside there.
Great defensive touch from the try scorer.
I like the pace of North Harbour. They seem to get the ball and run at the defence, and I think that makes it a little bit more stressful for a defender when the attacker is running at you.
Yeah, referees in very good positions today. They've seen everything. If there's a little hand in there, they've noticed it. 2 penalties now for in the ruck area.
Yeah, very consistent, and it's nice to see even with the different ref being on the field, they're making the same calls every time, and it's great to see that as a coach. The refs are carrying on being consistent with the calls.
That's a good segue in for me, Jared. You know, we've got Adrian Brown, Mitchell Bailey, and Te Aroha Mani, who are the referees for this under 16 boys game, North Harbour versus Auckland. That was a good touch by Louis Kishimoto. You've got good defenders in both teams. I've seen some good play.
Yeah, the referees have really stamped their mark on what they like to see in the ruck area and with the touches today. So they're really focusing on the defence, on how they make those touches. So it's a really good game for attack at the moment.
Yeah, it's always good to be physical, but you've got to be clever when you're doing it. Make the touch, make sure your feet aren't in that ruck. I think that's what's happened twice for Auckland. Actually made a good physical touch, but foot getting onto the ball. The ref read it. There's the 7 metre coming into play. Ref playing play through.
Yeah, we see Raymond Saunderson Rudafe taking the ball, working hard in the middle there, causing the defence to work hard.
Yeah, North Harbour have been doing well. They've been having little tacks, going back short side, holding on to the ball. Sometimes it's been open, but it's early in the game. They're just testing out this Auckland defence, and I'm sure they'll start unleashing a few rippers soon.
Auckland going to the sub-box and bringing on those fresh legs. I like the way they come on, George, at pace. Holes are opening up. There is number 7, Norman Tapo, just got clipped by the defender.
Very good. And talking about athletics before, I think the Auckland coach has been down to the athletics track because this Auckland team has got speed to burn. That's twice now. They've just been look devastating from dummy half.
And Auckland finally get the turnover on the physical touch. Didn't get his feet in there, no control on the roll ball, and they get a fresh set here. I
like the way number 7, Asher Norman Tapo, gave a signal to the referee. He didn't have anything to do with the ball being dropped, and those are sort of some of the subtleties of player management in regards to player-referee relationship.
Got a fresh set here for not walking up. Defenders standing still.
Morrison on the ball once again, controlling everything. Nice little step off the left foot there by Norman Tapo. The playmaker's back in the action with a sweep play coming from left to right. He looks, he asks the referee, is he onside? Did he make the touch? Referee's happy with the touch.
Nice connection from North Harbour there. It's the 5th touch, I'll probably just have a go there. Oh, incorrect roll ball.
So Jared, talk us through this connection you talk about with the defence. Give a bit of understanding there.
It's just all the players moving together. Obviously you see there's some of those Auckland boys, nice big left foot whack. So you've got to help your friend out there. You can't, at this level, you see how quick everyone is, you can't defend one-on-one. So it's just really important that the whole 6, wherever the ball or the threat moves, the whole group move together. And if someone lands up in trouble, you shut it down as quickly as possible. So there we see Auckland coming in, and number 7 there came in nicely.
Oh, very good summing. And a good example there by Auckland.
Basically, both teams are playing their game plan at the moment. You know, Harbour gets down there, does a couple of plays, stretches them, ball turns over. Auckland gets the ball, goes to the sideline, brings on fresh legs, generally at pace. You know, and it's a sort of a long game, isn't it? Not just the game being won at now and then that's it.
Yep, they've got their processes in play, and it's come down to a grind. We're 6 minutes into the game, and there's a real grind. Actually, it's a bit longer than 6 minutes, and it's only 1-0.
Nice little short pass there by number 15, Cruz Kumero. Nice little pass, put him through the gap. The touch was made.
I feel Harbour's probably got a little bit more flow in terms of the transition, and we'll see it here when they come through. And then come around, maybe look for that middle on a little latch here to get him involved. Yeah, well done getting the Auckland guys off sides, and that's just good exit play. And the boys just flowing off the sub box and forcing the Auckland boys to work really hard in that 7. I feel Auckland could probably learn from that. They slowed down their last set and that a bit. Let's see what North Harbour do with their first touch here. Probably have a little dive. Oh, I said loss of control before the line.
I think there was a good connection there from the Auckland team as well, you know, and that happens throughout the game. Sometimes the connection is great, sometimes the connection is a bit wonky, and that's when things happen. Here we go again, Auckland coming off the sub box, nice plant there. Nuttall Horton takes the ball forward. Now they're starting to come a little bit faster.
Way better flow from Auckland there. Put a lot more pressure on North Harbour, and if they can keep doing sets like that, I think the game's going to open up for them.
I'm impressed with number 4, who's got the ball now, Boston Crone. It always seems to be planning, talking to his players, positioning players. I think that's what we want in our team structures.
Yeah, I don't think it's luck for Crone, because if we look to the coaching panel here, we got Junior Matodi, who's the lead coach, and Nigel Crone, an assistant coach, with Josh Duff. How's that for a lineup of experience with coaches, with a actual New Zealand player in the system, or a New Zealand player of the system helping out on the side there, and Junior from the Warriors training. So these guys will be trained, they'll be ready for action, and then we've got Nigel there adding the impact on the field and with his son.
Good inside pass by Harbour. Transition. If Auckland sticks with their plan, they'll go to the sub box. and it sort of takes Harbour all the way over that side, doesn't it? And then when the players come on at pace, if Harbour doesn't come back to the right, then opportunities open up. But Harbour's connected, as Jared was saying, working together. I hear them talking, and that's what we want on defence.
Auckland have decided to strike quite far out here. And quick onto the ball there. Nice turnover from North Harbour. Ready to get up there, get the fresh guys on. Those two boys have worked really well together. It's a great part of touch is that two players can control the game while everyone else is getting set to come onto the field. And here's good flow, and see if they can get something on the back end.
I like number 12, Mike Mikhail Dave, as he came on, he drove the ball, he got into dummy half, did his work. Good pass there by Quentin Kapi-Ryan.
Oh, and again, unfortunately, just losing the ball over, but that was a great attack. Moving the Auckland defence, like you said, left to right, going with the flow.
I thought number 15, Cruz Kamiroa, did well, worked hard on defence. Now I see him going to the side. Good roll, and then he's off.
Here they come on with their third touch. Oh, great footwork. Good hands. Oh, good defence from the winger. Nice lift up.
Good little step by Norman DePoe there. Yep, he's had another go.
Yeah, and again done well to get the ball away from the North Harbour box.
Good chase.
The boys are really getting into it now. And the legs get a little bit tired, and everyone's trying to, get that turnover, get that penalty, stop. They know the fresh boys are coming on, so you want to stop them. But here we go on the scoop play, and number 5 Auckland was waiting at the back for that scooper. He read it really, really well, and now they'll get to the box and get the fresh guys on. And it's just a continuous cycle, and it's whoever can do it better, hey, George?
Yeah, it's getting a little bit physical here, and it's in the tail end of the first half. And if I was a coach with it just over a minute to go, I will be very happy. It's been end-to-end touch. The minimal errors and the processes have been quality. Just a couple of unlucky opportunities by North Harbour, and it could be a different game. But with one on the board, they'll be very happy. And Noel Edmonds has done very good work with Ben Bartlett with this Auckland team. They've been to the Tri Series, and now it's time for action. This is the first game of the tournament for these two boys teams, so I'll be very happy as a coach.
Just bringing back that word that you used earlier today, George, in regards to the grind. Both teams are grinding. And it may be a situation where this is the way it's going to be for the whole game, which is not unusual in some top games.
Yeah, this game becomes so important in terms of just using those 6 touches every time. Like Auckland there, that's just great to see, having trust in the player, throwing the ball, getting those extra yards, just about getting to the other side in these tight games. They've got about 45 seconds left, so probably Auckland can get one scoop in here if they can get a little bit more momentum. And it's a dummy off touch, so I think it'll be North Harbour with the last say in this half.
One of the few times that Harbour received a turnover close to halfway. Generally, Auckland would drive them all the way back to the 7 metre.
20 seconds on the clock here, guys. Can North Harbour pull something out in these dying seconds to take it into one apiece going into the half-time break? I think they've got about 2 or 3 touches up their sleeve. There's Crone once again with a sweeping play. Number 7. Ooh, did Auckland touch it? No, border ground. Auckland with one crack, one throw of the dice with full half-time looming.
Good effort by number 11 for Auckland, Sanson Matika. Immediately secured that ball and started the roll.
Very, very, very tight first half. Trying to think what the coaches are going to go back and say. I think they're just sticking to their plan. As soon as the players were driving on their plan, it looked really, really good. As soon as they went away from that, they lost a little bit of momentum. But second half is going to tell us.
Isn't that the case, though, Jared and George, that our plan works in all games? It's whether or not we stick to it, and whether or not we make any of those little mistakes causes big problems.
And that's all the difference has been. There's been minor errors within this game. So like I said before, the coaches will be very happy. Game 1, 1-0 on the scoreboard. And what I like the professionalism of both teams. You said they're here for the party and here to go for gold. And they all ran straight back to the coach as soon as that hurter went. Getting the information here, I'll be love to be a fly on the wall to see what the differences is in the second half. Jared, you've been coaching for many years now. If you were the coach of one of these teams, what would you be saying to the team?
I think that the game's being won and lost in the middle of the field. I think both teams have athletes. If you get the other team on the back foot and really get that transition right, or open up, we've seen both teams are able to scoop, both teams are able to step back and hit those nice chop lines. So if they can get there and stay well connected in defense, I think they've got it. Auckland looked really good on attack when they're hitting the correct players. So if they can just get that going, I think they'll be all good.
Yeah, right on the money. And like you said, Auckland had minimal sort of opportunities, but they've cracked them. Yeah. And Harbour's probably had a few more, but just haven't been successful on the scoreboard there. Lance, would you like to add anything to this halftime talk?
I'm just watching with interest the coaches that and the body language. You know, the coaches seem quite relaxed, and I suspect the advice that they give them is specific to some of the areas in which they can improve on, as opposed to concentrating on things we did wrong. Yeah. And at this level in particular, I think that's the focus of a lot of our coaches, is to develop them and improve them so that they can be successful in their roles.
Yeah, in front of the camera, this is a very mature-looking half-time break, and like they've been doing this for many years. So very calm, no one's losing it, just very simple messages to the team. It looks like the players are taking the information in, so I'm expecting a really good second half.
It's important, I think both of you will agree, that to allow the players to be a part of the decision making and allow the players to be part of feedback. And I see in both squads here, both the Harbour and the Auckland, I can see players making contributions, and I think that bodes well for the game and for the development of our young people.
Here we go. There's the hooter. We've got 15 minutes of action here for the North Harbour taking on Auckland. Game 1, day 1. Who wants this game the most?
Interesting how the tap-off game's developed in touch. You know, it becomes such an important part. Auckland being able to pick and choose who the strike players are going to be on, and probably have a set piece from touch 1. So we're interested in seeing which way they go.
And there you have number 5 from Auckland. That's Jamie Tafata. Taps it off, starts the initial play. In the first half, he was in and around the ball quite a few times.
Oh,
okay, that was good.
Let's see if anyone can reel him in.
And that was a good.
Kobe Phillip there, getting in between the pass, really well done. Interesting, it's always a risk when you've gone through, you've got 6 touches, do you go for glory and throw the pass? You know, I mean, if you're one down, maybe you do, or do you take the touch and use the set? But luckily, Auckland got a hand to it and they've got a fresh set here.
Yeah, bit of Monopoly, got the get out of jail free card there, got the ball back. North Harbour, after getting an intercept down the right end of the field with a lot of touches up their sleeve. Here's a nice sweeping play and a nice low eel tuna dive there.
It's a great call from the ref, because that attacking strike dump was made outside of the 7, so the ref acknowledged that immediately. The player hadn't made line, but that is onside, just being 1 metre off the try line there.
We'll see Asher Depot once again in and around the ball, trying to make things happen. I'm noticing also, just in the last couple of seconds, number 4 for Harbour, Eli McConan. He's in and around the ball. He wasn't doing that during the first half, so maybe that's been the call by the coach, saying he needs to be involved a little bit more.
Oh, here we go. North Harbour with a repeat set inside their half with a fresh set of 6. There, Crone back on the ball. He'll be someone they'll be looking to once again.
Yeah, he seems to be taking control of this attack. And there they go. Quickly on the link. Step back. Good shot. They're always trying to expose that player, really, because now you have to make so many meters back, so really trying to force all the defense there. Here they come on a 33 peel. Slides in. Ref's called a ball down. Yeah. Good try. Nice and low dive there.
Absolutely fantastic, and I've mentioned it before, that low game down and around the grass. This is where the 7 metres is coming into play.
Oh, it's just brilliant how he held up the player, looking to pass. Had him just off the line there. I feel like the ref felt like he hadn't made the line, and he just ducked under. It's a great part of the game, that little slide.
Yeah.
See a lot of our players there go practicing on their own. It's something definitely lots of these guys work a lot at in the backyard, and there obviously the work has paid off in that try.
That's a good reward for Quinton, number 7 from North Harbour, Quinton Kapi-Ryan. He's worked hard both in the first half and in this part of the second half, so that's a good reward for his efforts.
And the 5th and final touch, so I think again they'll try to kill it away from the North Harbour sub-box. And let's see how they can get across quickly to the sub-box. It's really important to get this first hit nice and direct. There we go. Just get those extra yards and then work hard all the way to the box and get the fresh legs on. They've done well here for 2 touches. Have Auckland got involved? Yeah, foot in the ruck there. The ref has just called it as a loss of control, so it'll still only be touch 2, and this is 3.
Yeah, I think the referees have had a good game today. They've been right on the ball, been in good positions, and it's allowed the players to have a game that's free-flowing where possible.
There, North Harbour try to have a little scoop far out there. Great footwork, but Auckland were wise to it. Auckland always looking for that extra pass. It's interesting that it's come into the game as their Harbour were in the passing lane. Didn't play at the ball, but has put himself in a way where Auckland couldn't pass, and ball passed into him and turnover. But North Harbour's got the ball back on a good touch.
Once again, the ball going forward. Boston Crone being a part of the make-up there to make things happen.
I'm really enjoying his patience. Looking what the defense is doing, and then working out what play they're going to use.
And within that connection on attack, and particularly, you got Quinton and Boston working hard together.
Nice quick turnover from Auckland.
That's number 2. Adam Morrison getting that ball, moving it forward.
I like that Auckland really back their skill on that extra pass in the drive. It's not doing the predictable going and taking a hit up, but there's an option to pass in and get those extra yards. They're working, and now they've got all the way about 10 metres out here on the attack. There it is, and long pass.
Ooh.
Tip back in. Oh, great work from the wing. So we had the nice overhead ball, and he's just tipped it back into the link player.
So that's scored by number 10, Preston Brothers. But I did like number 16, Callum Murray. He really drove in one of the early roll balls, which caused the defence to be standing still, and they got him behind them.
Yeah, Preston Broadhurst, he's no stranger to the rep scene, been a rep for Auckland for the last 6 years. Excels in rugby as well, and also excels in extending himself. He's a bit of an elasto man. He made some range on that dive there. It was a great touchdown. Here we go. 2-1 is the scoreline.
Here come North Harbour with a little backdoor play. And ball's still alive. And the ref has called a touch.
I note number 1, Isaac Murray McGregor for Harbour, a little bit more involved this half, moved into sort of the link position at the moment, and that was good play by him there.
Good listening there by Murray McGregor, trying to get out of the making the touch. The referee obviously caught him offside. He tried to manoeuvre out of the way, but obstructed the Auckland player of going forward, so Auckland get the penalty and a fresh set of 6.
Let's see if they can build up some momentum here and get on the back end. We know touch, you never only want to be one try up, because anything can happen. You want to have that cushion. So if Auckland can get 2 up, I know the coaches will feel a lot more comfortable. Lovely weighted pass.
Yeah, I like the way Auckland's running on to the ball and running into the gap, forcing Harbour to make the chase. So
interesting, the new rule coming in there. There's an intercept there, so the ref would call touch 0 you know, and I love that rule because it really rewards good defense. You know, you get that, you intercept the ball and then someone's taken your momentum and stolen a touch from you. But the new rule change has been great and really wise for the ref. They're quite close to the line there, but Harbour managed to keep the ball. We'll see if they can set something up here. No, incorrect roll ball.
Yeah, you're right on that new rule, and a 0 count is very good and very fortunate for teams. I remember the last play move where you kind of just passed it to someone when you know there's nothing on and then touched them straight away, and that's one touch gone. You only got 5 more to go. So none of those moves working anymore for us old-timers.
Yeah, it's great communication from the refs there. Sideline seeing a forward pass off the deck there that's given way too much advantage on the drive, so turning the ball over to North Harbour. Again, got a nice patient setup here.
Here we go, Boston Crone being involved. Azera talking Motari, he's involved as well. Sort of just moving the defence. Good touch there by number 15, Auckland, that's Cruz Kumiro.
Yeah, looking for that little cheeky step back on the 32 play there. They're really enjoying using the space here. And because of their patience and because they're waiting for Auckland to come up, Auckland are stopping in defence and the ref is penalising them for that. They have to keep walking up. If there's anyone inside that 7 metre, the whole team have to show that they're productively walking up, getting up off the line to make it a more open game.
That's a good run out by Eli McConan there, you know, getting out there beyond the 7 metres, basically saving his players. The game can come a bit slower.
Yes. Oh.
Here we go, North Harbour again, number 7. That's Quinton Kapu Ryan.
Yeah, almost found that space.
Yes.
Oh, good read on the follows play. Adam Morrison's been great on defense. He scored that try in the beginning, but he's really reading well. He's made at least 2 or 3 try-saving touches after scoring the try, and I mean that's great to have in your team. Someone who's going to go attack, but also really fight on defense.
And then he's got enough resilience to get the ball and truck the ball up to the sub box.
I'll tell you what, in that play there was actually, it was a try, but referee in good positioning, seeing a forward pass, which stopped that one. We'll be looking out for that. You talked about that forward pass and referee seeing that, and they did on this occasion, which has stopped North Harbour scoring to equalise.
I like the way Auckland gets up to the 10 metre line and they start running at pace.
It's good hands.
Yes.
And again, ref in a great position there, was right on the 7 metre and saw that last pass as a forward. So both teams being penalised for it, but it's great again. Like we said, the consistency has been awesome from these refs.
Yeah, so team effort out there for the players on the field and also for the referees, using your sidelines and the person out there. They went to the sideline referee, put a little signal up there saying it was a forward pass. So great work from the referees, great consistency within this game.
Harbour driving up with some motivation here. Good hands. Oh, border ground. That was a great catch and release.
Number 9, Monty Parkinson, was involved right from the turnover, driving, wrapping around, delivering that last pass. And that's what we need. We need a team effort. Spread the workload around.
Exactly. Good team effort, and I like that quick catch and release sort of term. I would, in my day, would have called it a hot potato, but that's probably not the flashiest term to use.
So Auckland have been given a recount all the way to the half, and that's got to do with the subbing. North Harbour had more than 6 on the field when they were doing their transition, so the ref brought them all the way back to the half. And let's see if Auckland can get their fresh guys on and have a go here.
It's been action-packed, and before you know it, we're into the just over 3 minutes to go in this game with a scoreline of 2-1. It's been a battle of the grind. Here we go, Auckland on attack, attacking the 5, ducking in just in behind with a nice little pump pass, but border ground.
That was a great decision. That was where the gap was, and again, Adam Morrison just running that hole really nicely. Unfortunately, a ball not going to hand, but it was, you always want your passer to make the right decision, to read what the defense has done, and hopefully the coaches will pick up that hole's opened up and they'll probably go for it again.
That was a good run down the side there by Harbour. Got him in a good field position. Out to Crone again. Cuppy Ryan's there. So they're going to start cooking up something, trying to bring them outside the 7. Referee's brought them back.
I'll tell you what, I think this Warriors coach here, trainer, has done some extra work with Crone and Tuki Matodi, because they have been working their rear ends off, mate. They're just doing really good out there, doing a lot of game time, and just don't even look phased. Their age is, I think, 13 or 14, so they've got a lot of touch IQ. They're doing outstanding for this high-level game in the 16s grade. Oh, the show and go!
Great work, and again, that patience from Crone. You know, they're setting up 2 high links, and it was really good for them to manipulate that.
That was an awesome pass to Tuki Matodi. Motaidi, sorry. And he's right there in the gap.
Great hands and great finish.
Motaidi, I love that name. It's awesome. Good touchdown there, and that's a good reward for the hard work those 2 young gentlemen have been doing in this entire game. 28 minutes of action for those boys. Here it is, 2 apiece with just over a minute to go.
Great read there on the defense. It's like we said, anything can happen. A minute left. Backdoor play, they've gone the other way. He's gone right through. They want a mirror defense this. Oh, great mirror defense from the wing.
Oh, that was a great play there.
Harbour's trucking back out.
Yeah, I don't know who it was, but I'll call him Moses, because he just cut up North Harbour like the Red Sea and made it through there, but couldn't get an open player. So here it is, still 2 apiece with 40 seconds to go.
Yeah, Quentin's got the ball there. Kishimoto.
There we go. Great scoop. Let's see if we can link up.
Good touch by Auckland number 5. That's Jamie Tafata.
Yeah, I've liked the looks of Tafata in this game. He's put in a valiant effort, been the man on the spot on defense many a times and on attack as well.
And that...
Ooh.
Oh.
Was that my first
Look at that
of the day?
With seconds to go, and it's so intense.
Oh, and on the buzzer. Oh, great pass, and what a finish. What a way to finish this game. It's been so tight.
And that was scored by number 14, North Harbour, Max Serrano.
Oh, just stolen at the depth.
Yes.
You get closer than that. It felt like the siren went about 20 seconds ago.
Oh, the Bunnings Warehouse replays. There's some beautiful motion there, running the trim line there. Number 14, beautifully put down, and a lovely pirouette there, back to halfway. I don't think they needed it halfway, because the game is over. North Harbour bringing it on in the last few minutes of the game. It was a grind, and they pulled it out at the end, 3-2.
Yeah, I think some of the combinations, of Crone, Kapi Ryan did well for Harbour. But then we had Adam Morrison, who worked hard on defence. We also had those in the middle there, Preston Broadhurst and Cruz, number 15 for Auckland. I thought those players did very well. But at this age, under 16 boys, they all played absolutely fantastic.
Yeah, Max Maruna will remember that finish for quite a long time, in the depth. But great game, and I think to take it away, both teams did really, really well, and it's great that one team won, but a draw also would have sufficed.
Oh, and there we have it, folks. One of the greatest starts of the tournament. Beautiful game for everyone watching this live at home. There we have it. North Harbour taking on Auckland with a classic showdown. Going to the other side of the bridge, North Harbour 3-2. There it is. We'll see you shortly for game number 2. Touch. What a game.
Beep, beep.